at the volume and the number of people here to cheer her on.
Speaking of her and getting stunned, her opening round match picked up a stunning win over Martina Kuhns of Austria, the world bronze medalist.
ORYASHKOVA giving up the early two. Look at the effort by Hungary to try to clear the left arm. She did not want that arm in there, and Naj Bernadette was doing everything humanly possible. Man, she comes in, low strike. This is a 76 kilo. Look at the athleticism dropping down to the ankles. Height will win here. She'll try to slowly work her way.
Now she has to continue to reach to that left hip. There goes two right there for the exposure, and you see Coach Gabor Martin in the corner.
ORYASHKOVA better be careful. Keep an eye on the left knee. You see the odd angle that's bent for Naj, and they're going to stop it. Yeah, that knee was bent at an angle they're not supposed to be bent at.
Bulgarian coaching staff is not happy, but that's having the protection of the wrestlers, having the health of the wrestlers go first. And 4 points. So they go
2-2.
2-2, okay.
Right back in is Naj on a shot. Heavy hips being applied by ORYASHKOVA. Hey, Eric, what's the referee looking for in these situations before blowing the whistle?
If there's a stalemate, if any wrestler can improve their position, and they'll usually give them 5 to 10 seconds.
And that's what I was wondering, is there a time that they'll let the action continue on that?
Yeah, I'd say safe guesstimate would be 10 seconds. If nothing's gonna happen, then there's no point in continuing to allow them to just sit there and waste time off the clock. Once again, we're trying to promote active wrestling. And if you're stuck down there for 10 seconds, that's a lot of time being wasted. When we can get these wrestlers back up to their feet, put some more points on the board.
Inside a minute to go, first period. It's always interesting for me that that's a part of the sport, as again we see the Hungarian Naj take another shot. We're right back into this position we've been in. Underneath is Naj, over the top, draped over the body, ORYASHKOVA. We're going back to my point, it's always interesting when you move to freestyle, transitioning from folk style, how long these officials let them go in certain positions, and it seems like it's always different, you know, and good work here by Naj on the edge. One, says the judge, and one will be confirmed by the mat chairman. Referee signaled 2, judge came at 1, mat chairman concurred with him, so it's a step out point. Naj extends the lead, now 5-0.
I don't think I've ever seen a 76-kilo women's wrestler shoot low singles like Naj has been doing in this bout.
Twice quick in the opening 3 minutes.
Great period.
ORYASHKOVA immediately with words for her corner. You can tell she was communicating something that caught her off guard. It probably was those low singles that you were talking about. There's some of the action on the edge of the mat in that first period that has the Hungarians optimistic that maybe they could sneak away with a bronze medal.
Coach Gabor Martin in the back. I've had the pleasure of working with him. Actually, I stayed with him. Him and I roomed together at the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. Shared an apartment in the Olympic Village, or I should say right outside Olympic Park in Barra da Tijuca, Rio de Janeiro. Just a great friend of mine, but worked his way up through the coaches' ranks. Was a junior coach for Hungary, was a U23 coach for Hungary, and is now, you're seeing him here a senior coach for the Hungarian women's wrestling team. Asking for 4 in the corner over there, and then switched to 2, ultimately got 1.
ORYASHKOVA had that over-under position, maybe looking for a little trip action. NAGY staying clear of it. NAGY springing in again.
It's important for ORYASHKOVA to keep that left ankle off the mat for NAGY. Try to continue to circle that way, but stalemate gets called. And there you see Gabor Martin saying circle, circle, circle.
You can tell this is the position that ORYASHKOVA wants to be in. She's comfortable with this over-under. You see the Hungarian actually has it as well with her hands locked. So situation, we're going to see some action. Just which way will it go? Near the edge, and another step-out point to the delight of the Box Sports Hall. 6-0. NAGY Bernadette extends it even more. I think ORYASHKOVA is going to hit one, and here you go. She's been really close. Hasn't finished it yet.
It's starting to feel like NAGY's, the tank is nearing E, doesn't it?
It does. She is going to keep that grip as tight as possible around the left thigh of ORYASHKOVA. Now ORYASHKOVA getting a little high. NAGY with a possibility of slipping out through the back door. Methodically working her way up. She's up to her feet. Needs to try to clear the head out from in between the legs, and she does for 2 more.
She was so patient, and you mentioned it, coming out that back door, had to continue to work her head towards her heels, towards her toes, to get ORYASHKOVA off of her back, and ended up picking up 2 additional points. Massive 8-0 lead, but there's still a lot of time left on this clock. And what she doesn't want to do is get in this over-under situation. But what's key here is her head is remaining in the chest right underneath the chin of ORYASHKOVA, and that's giving her enough distance, keeping her hips back just enough to not get thrown.
I'm going to tip my hat to Maria ORYASHKOVA. She's getting shut out, but it's not for lack of effort. She has been really close to pulling off a big move 3 or 4 times. She gets the 2 late here, but it's not going to be enough. Listen to this crowd inside the Box Sports Hall for Hungary.
Those two have been together for years. Makes my heart happy to see that. You hate to have favorites,